Hello everyone, I hope that you're all doing well today. Me and Buddy are just here hanging out at the tiny house. Today is July the 26th. It's on Sunday afternoon, and it is just way too hot to be doing things outside today. Right now the temperature is like I think it's 92, but the real feel is 96. And with the humidity, to me, it feels hotter than 96 outside. So we are just staying in out of the heat today, and I'm doing some meal prep. And I thought, I've been kind of hungry for tacos. And I went to Walmart yesterday, and I was looking at like the tortillas that they sell, and some of them say like 0 net carbs, but whenever you get to reading the packaging, look on the back, and like for one tortilla, of course this is like the big size tortilla, I did look at the smaller size tortillas, and 3 of those was a serving. And so I know with like net carbs, you take like I think it's your fiber, and they subtract it from like your carbs, and they use that as net carbs. But on the Virta plan that I've been on for a while, they don't go by net carbs, they go by carbs. And so it may say 0 net carbs, but the actual total carbs is like 16 grams for a tortilla. So I thought I would try to make my own tortillas. I've been kind of hungry for tacos here lately, and I'm not a huge taco fan, but every now and then I kind of get hungry for one. And so I'm going to make up my own taco seasoning, and I'm going to try a recipe that I have found, and I'll put all of the information in the link in the description. And so I've never tried it before, so this will be the first time, and we will try it and see how it turns out. And so this taco seasoning recipe I'm going to share with you. I got it. It's on the Virta app. People share a lot different recipes and stuff. And so you have to be careful even with your seasonings, because carbs can sneak in on that too. So there is a recipe for taco seasoning, and I'll just tell you really quick. So 1 serving is a half a teaspoon. You get 1 gram of carb. There's no protein in it, and what we're going to mix up today, it yields 14 servings. So what you're going to use is a teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/8 teaspoon of ground red pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. I got all the ingredients laid out right here to make it easy for us to put it all together. And you're just going to mix it all up. Already got my ground beef cooked for the tacos, and so I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. Let's do like 1/4 cup of water. We'll see how that goes. And then we're going to use our taco seasoning. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of taco seasoning in here, and then you can, since you've made up the taco seasoning, you'll have extra left. Then you can store it in an airtight container, and then you'll have it ready for whenever you get hungry for tacos again. So I'm going to put 2 more teaspoons, so a total of 3 teaspoons of taco seasoning. And just going to cook that a little bit and let the seasoning get in the hamburger meat. Give it a good taco flavor. And it smells just like taco seasoning. How you can buy taco seasoning in the little packets, and it gives it a really good taco aroma. have a container here where I've made it up before, and I'm just going to pour the leftover in here, and then I'll just have it ready for next time. Got it ready to go for the next time I get hungry for tacos. It smells really good. So the next thing we're going to do is try making tortilla shells, and the recipe that I found, and I'll link that in the description too. The recipe I found, all it uses is cottage cheese and eggs, and you just blend it up, and you can either cook it in the stove or you can cook it on the stove top. So I think that is good. The seasonings should be all in the meat really good. I know it smells good. Alright, so now let's make the tortilla shells. Buddy, supervising. Are you supervising? Huh? Are you supervising? What you doing? So for the second part, it's very, very simple. We're just going to use 2 large eggs and 1 cup of cottage cheese. We're going to put it in the blender, and we're going to blend that up, and then we're just going to cook it on the stove. You can also cook it in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. I got 1 cup of cottage cheese. It's said to use like either the high fat or the low fat. So I just got the small curd cottage cheese. You're going to blend it anyways. We're just going to throw our ingredients in here and blend it up. Then 2 eggs. I'm just going to scrape it down on the sides, make sure it gets blended up really good. I forgot to add 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, so let's add that. And it said you can add a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning too. It was optional. Okay, I feel like that's good. Now I'm just going to preheat my pan. Probably be like on medium heat. And I'm going to use avocado oil. So I'm going to pour a little of that in the pan. Let that get warm. Let it get hot. And I just poured all the ingredients, what we blended up, in this measuring cup to make it easy to pour. I think the pan should be hot enough, so I'm going... First time ever trying this, it might be a big fail, but I thought we would try it together. So if you can't find what you're looking for at the grocery store, of course I would have loved to just buy it already prepared and not have to make it, but since I wasn't able to find what I was looking for, something that was low carb, why not try to make it yourself? So hopefully it'll turn out. So I got the avocado oil, it's heated in the pan. So we're going to pour this in here. It said to cook 1 to 2 minutes on each side. I can tell like it's separated. I don't know about flipping it. I think it's going to fall apart when I try to flip it. Okay, I would say this one is a fail. I mean, it's just, maybe I didn't let it cook long enough. So let's try it again. Maybe I had the oil too hot, and so this, it just like, it fell apart. So that one did not work. So I turned the heat down a little bit, and let's see if this will do better. Yeah, when I try to flip it, it just falls apart. Cooking it on the stove top is not working out. I'm having issues with flipping it, and then it just falls apart. So let's see if we can try cooking it in the oven. So it said 350, so let's preheat the oven. I got the oven heated to 350. Now, I don't know what's going to prevent this from like just spreading out and getting really big. But I'm going to try to do like 2 separate tortillas. So it said to cook it for like 8 to 10 minutes in the oven. So the stove top was a fail, and maybe the oven won't be. If not, we'll just make like taco salad, put the taco meat in a salad if we don't have any tortillas to eat with it. Okay, so let's hope for the best. While that's cooking, I thought I would slice up. I picked a cantaloupe today, and I put it in the fridge so it will be cold. And it smells really good. It smells like cantaloupe, and I think, I'm not really sure that it's ready, but I went ahead and picked it. The reason I don't think it was ready is because I was reading about how do you know when to pick cantaloupes, and it said like the stem, it just kind of like falls off. It gets really loose. It detaches from the vine whenever it's ready to be picked. But this is the cantaloupe, but it started cracking, and so I knew if I didn't at least like pick it and try to see if it's ready, then it was just going to end up getting destroyed. So I don't know what's causing the cracking, but see how it's cracking. And so I thought, well, I guess I need to go ahead and at least try to see if it's ready. So maybe it will be. First cantaloupe from the garden. Oh, look at that. I think it's ready. Has a very pretty color. And I know fruit's not really carb friendly. We're talking a lot about, you know, eating a low carb diet. So if you're thinking, Brenda, that is not carb friendly, yeah, unfortunately, fruit is not carb friendly. But it smells really good. It makes me wonder if some of the other cantaloupes might be ready. And I'll share this with Mom. Let's see. I've been really happy with how overall the garden has done. The first time I've ever done a raised garden bed, and it's really produced a lot of fruit for me and some vegetables. The watermelon, on the other hand, not doing well. They'll get about this big and then they just die. So I have no clue. It's very disappointing. But I have no clue why the watermelon's doing that. Alright, let's cut us a piece and try it. First bite of cantaloupe from the garden. Mmm. Oh my goodness. It's really, really good. I like my cantaloupe with a little salt. Do you eat your cantaloupe with a little salt too? Mmm. Salt just seems to bring out that flavor. I like salt on my watermelon too. It's been 10 minutes. I think it needs to go a little bit more. Let's put it in for a few more minutes. I did another 4 minutes. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to let it cool off and then we'll see if it worked. But the good thing is I was afraid it would all like run together into one piece, and it didn't do that. And so I'm just going to let it cool, and then we will try it with the taco meat and see if it's good, if it's worth trying. I know the stovetop was a fail. Here's the stovetop. A big glob. So that was a epic fail. So maybe this will work. So we'll let it cool and then we'll come back and try it. I got this new water hose and I just love it. It's one of those that is very flexible. So it's time to water the garden, and so what I do is I stretch it out and then I turn the water on and then it grows. And another cool thing, it's 75 feet, so I can actually come all the way around to the garden. It's been cooling for a little while, so now we're going to try it. So the top part is not brown, but the bottom part is. And it's kind of like falling apart. I think maybe the parchment paper, you see the moisture is keeping it too moist. So now let's put together a little taco. Got some hamburger meat, a few tomatoes, a few onions. The lettuce at Walmart didn't look so great, so I just grabbed a little cabbage, a little cheese, And I meant to pick up some sour cream, but I forgot. And so we're just going to try it like this. So we're making like a little taco. Oh, it doesn't seem like it will hold up good, and it feels a little squishy. Have to eat it over the plate. Really, all I'm tasting is the flavor, and the taco meat is really good. I'm just mainly tasting the flavor of the taco meat. But I don't think this is a great recipe, actually. Alright, we're going to give it another try. It's really kind of doughy. You know, tortilla shells are pretty structured, and they're not really like doughy. They're really thin, they're flexible, and this seems to be holding like too much moisture. So I really wouldn't recommend that recipe for it. And so I'll probably just end up using my taco meat that I made. Make like a taco salad, put it in a salad. I think it would be really good like that. So I'm glad that I tried this recipe, because now I know what doesn't work. Because you saw before in a pan, it just really, I couldn't really flip it, and it just broke apart. And so if I knew of a better way to cook it in a pan where you could actually flip it, it may not have like this like doughy type texture, but even like this, you know, able to cook it in the pan, and even though it's brown, it still feels kind of spongy. Not really like a texture that you're looking for a tortilla shell. So the wins that we had today was using the taco seasoning with the taco meat. That's the big win. So try that if you're trying to watch your carbohydrate intake. I don't have on hand a package of taco seasoning mix. I'll see if I can like look that up, and then I'll throw it in here and show you, like, maybe it doesn't save on any carbs, but I'll throw in that information right here, and just to compare and show like what brand that I use. That way we'll just have a little bit of comparison. I know today's been a very short video. It's just too hot to be outside doing stuff out there. What are you doing? What are you doing, little boy? And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a notification. Isn't that right? Say, don't forget. All those things are important. And don't forget to hype the video. Buddy and I, we hope that you have a great week. And God bless. You be safe. And we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness, are you tired? Huh? Are you tired?
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.